Hello, mic check. Mic check, guys. Mic check. Hello, hello. Okay. So, ayan. Dito tayo sa last topic ng engineering mechanics. We have the centroid and moment of inertia. Okay. So, kung titignan ninyo, itong unang formula natin, derived lang naman yan from integral calculus. Okay. So, we have x bar, which is the centroid. Okay. Yung centroid natin from the y-axis. Okay. So, matatandaan natin, para hindi tayo malito, we have the y-axis and the x-axis. So ito, we have the y, we have the x. Then, halimbawa, meron tayo ditong object or a polygon, ano? Then, ito yung centroid niya na tinatawag natin. So, ano yung centroid? So, yung centroid po, yan po yung first moment of inertia na tinatawag natin or the geometric center ng object or ng um, polygon or ng shape, isang shape, whether regular or irregular, ano. So, ito. Ito yung center niya. Okay? So, yung x bar, so ito po yung centroidal x natin or yung gaano kalayo yung centroid natin from the y-axis. Okay? So, paano natin siya i-draw? So, ito yun. So, galing dito, papunta dito. Okay? So, ito po yung x bar natin. Okay? Ito. And for the y bar naman, ito yan. Okay? Wait lang ha. Ito. Okay? So, ito naman yung y bar natin. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung centroid nitong 2D plane, okay, or nung regular shape na to, so we use this formula. Kapag sa integral calculus, we have x bar is equal to the integral ng x dA over A. Differential A, okay po? So, kasi, ang ginagawa natin, kumukuha tayo ng differential area. So, halimbawa, sa isang irregular shape na to, so kukuha tayo ng differential area dyan. Okay? So, ito differential area. Okay? Then, ang ginagawa natin, kinukuha natin yung, tawag dito, yung x niya and yung y niya. Okay? Yung y coordinate. Okay? And since meron tayong infinite na differential areas dito sa loob ng so ng shape na to, okay? So ang ginagawa natin, kinukuha natin yung summation. Pero para makuha natin yung pinaka approximate, okay, yung to the nearest value, so ang ginagawa natin is ini-integrate natin siya. Okay po. Pero wala tayo sa integral calculus, nasa engineering mechanics tayo. So ang gawin natin is yung mabilisan lang na pag-solve. Okay, and usually naman yung mga shapes involving centroids and moment of inertia, usually mga ano lang naman yan eh, yung mga irregular shapes lang naman yan is mga madali lang i-solve and pwede mo siyang i-segregate. Hindi i-segregate. Parang, tawag dito, parang i-segregate or, hindi, disintegrate pala. So, pwede mo siyang i-disintegrate into different shapes or different polygons. So, usually, yung mga ginagamit nating polygons, yung mga common na polygons, okay, we have the rectangle, okay, ito, rectangle, we have the circle, ano pa ba? So, yung mga kadalasang ginagamit, ano? So, we have the triangle and itong semicircle. So, yan lang naman yung kadalasang lumalabas sa board exam. Okay po? So, ito. Or pwede ring right triangle. Okay, usually right triangle lang din. Ito, limang ito. Okay? So, ayan. Ano pa ba? So, ayan. Pwede mo siyang i-disintegrate into uh, smaller polygons. Okay po. Then, ang ginagawa natin, gumagamit tayo ng Varignon's theorem. Okay, so yung Varignon's theorem, hindi lang siya limited sa moments. So, pwede rin siyang magamit pagdating sa centroids. Okay po. So, paano ba yan? So, halimbawa, meron tayo ditong ah, irregular shape. So, ano bang gagawin natin? So, ipan natin to ibaba. Then, gawa tayo ng panibagong x and y coordinates. So, we have y, then we have x, then gawa tayo ng irregular shape. So, sabihin natin na, okay, ayan, tapos, ano pa? Wait lang. Tapos, ito. Ganyan ba siya? Wait lang ha. Medyo, expand natin ng konti. Okay? Medyo ano siya eh. Okay, pwede na yan. Assume lang na triangle yan. Tapos, ano pa? Okay, so may nakita tayong irregular shape dito, ano? So, paano natin makakuha yung centroid niyan? So, ang gawin natin, i-disintegrate natin siya into two shapes. Okay, so gawin natin dalawang shape siya. So, yung isa is a rectangle. Okay, then yung isa is a triangle. Then, yung area ng rectangle, okay, tawagin nating area 1. Okay, then yung area ng triangle, so tawagin nating area 2. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, ano? So, using Varignon's theorem, so we have area. Pagdating sa, ano, x bar, okay? So we have area times x bar is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2. Okay? Where x bar, yan po yung centroid nitong shape na to. Okay? From the y-axis. Okay, so halimbawa, nandito yung, assumption lang naman to. So halimbawa, nandito yung x bar. Okay? So, nandito yung x bar. Paano natin makuha yung x1? So, yung x1 dito sa area 1. So, halimbawa, nandito. Okay, so, halimbawa, nandito. Ito yung x1. X1. Then, dyan na rin yung y1 natin. Okay? So, ito rin yung, ito yung x2. Then, ito rin yung y2. Okay? So, ito yung x bar natin. Isin natin. So, ito yung x bar. Then, ito yung y bar natin. Okay? So, ganyan lang naman. Ano? So, ito, Varignon's theorem lang yan. Okay? Then, same for dy. That is equal to A1, Y1 plus A2, Y2. Wherein A1 is yung area ng rectangle, then yung A2 is yung area ng triangle. Yung X1 is yung centroid nitong rectangle. Okay? Yung X, yung ano niya, centroidal X niya. Then, yung Y1 naman, okay? Yung y1 naman, yun yung centroidal y nitong area 1 natin. Then yung x2, yan po yung centroidal x nitong area 2, nitong triangle. Then yung y2 naman is yung centroidal y nitong area 2. Okay po? Then yung A naman, yan po yung combined area. Okay? Then may mga case din na wherein may mga butas. Okay? Or may mga kulang na shape. So ang ginagawa natin, sinusubtract natin yan. Okay? And meron ding mga case wherein yung shape natin is wala sa first quadrant. So halimbawa, ito. Halimbawa, itong figure na to. So positive y, positive x yan. So may mga case na halimbawa, ito yung positive y, positive x, tapos nandito yung shape natin. Okay? So, halimbawa, kukunin mo yung centroid dito. So, therefore, yung magiging centroidal x niya is negative. Okay? Then, halimbawa, kung nandito rin yung centroid ng isang shape. Okay? So, therefore, with respect to the positive y and x, so ito, magiging positive x. Okay? Negative y ito. Okay? Then, ito, positive x. Okay? So, ayan. I hope naintindihan nyo guys, ano? So mamaya mapapractice natin yan kapag nag-solve na tayo. Then ano pa ba? So balikan natin ito. So we have the first moment of area QY that is equal to AX bar or AY bar. So for QY, yan po yung AX bar, ano, ito. Then yung QX natin, yan po yung AY bar natin. Then for the second moment of area, so meron din tayong moment of inertia. So itong centroid, yan po yung first moment. Then yung moment of inertia, yan po yung second moment of area natin. So, pagdating sa moment of inertia, okay, so we have this formula from integral calculus, Ix is equal to the integral of y squared times the differential area. Then yung Iy naman is equal to the integral of x squared times the differential area. Okay? Then meron tayong tinatawag na centroidal moment of inertia and transfer moment of inertia. So, halimbawa, kapag yung figure natin, ano, paano ba 'to? Pa natin, ibaba pa natin. So, halimbawa, ito yung x and y axis natin. So, the positive y, x, no, the negative x, plus negative y. So, anong nangyari? Yung shape natin, so halimbawa, yun. So, may shape tayo, rectangle. So, kung titingnan natin, yung centroid niya coincides dito. So, ito yung centroid, di ba? So, yan yung C. Then nagko-coincide siya dito sa origin nitong Cartesian plane coordinate. So therefore, okay, ang meron lang tayo dyan is yung centroidal moment of inertia. Okay? So, also denoted as I bar. Okay? Or pwede ring IX bar, IY bar. Okay? So, yung IX bar natin, so halimbawa meron tayong height H and yung B natin. Okay? Ito yung B, then ito yung H. Okay, usually yung ginagamit natin dyan, pagdating sa triangles and rectangles, base sa height. Then pagdating sa circles, R yung ginagamit natin. Okay? Then sa, ano pa? Then yan. So yung IX natin, pagdating sa rectangle, for example, okay? So we have this formula, B, H, cube over 12. Okay? So para malaman nyo kung saan yung cube, okay? Halimbawa, magmo-moment tayo about X. 'Di ba? So kung magmo-moment tayo, so yung axis of revolution natin is about x-axis. Okay? And yung dimension that is perpendicular sa x-axis, yan po yung i-cube natin. So kung titingnan natin, itong h, yung perpendicular. So ito yung x-axis. So yung perpendicular dimension niya is ito. Okay? So therefore, yan yung my cube. Okay? So naintindihan nyo naman, di ba? Saburahin natin. Nasyan mo pura. Okay, pwede pa. Okay? So, ayan. So, ganun lang naman. Okay, then kapag IY, so halimbawa, ito naman, magre-revolve tayo dito or magmo-moment tayo about y-axis, ano yung perpendicular dimension niya? Ito, di ba? So, yung B. So, yung B naman, yung i-cube natin. Okay? So, ganyan. Four rectangles. Okay po. Then, ano pa? So, ayan. Pag centroidal moment of inertia, nag-coincide siya dun sa origin. Pero, ano mangyayari kapag yung centroid nung nitong shape na to is wala sa origin ng Cartesian plane natin. So, halimbawa, to. Tapos gawa tayo ng shape. Ganyan. Okay? So, anong gagawin natin? So, una, di ba ito yung centroid niya? Okay? Then, meron tayong base, saka meron din tayong height. Okay. Then, ano pa? So, ito yung origin natin. So, wala siya. So, ang ginagamit natin, gumagamit tayo ng transfer moment of inertia. So, for Ix, that is equal to Ix bar, centroidal part plus a dy squared. Okay? So, ano yung dy na yan? Yan po yung distance nitong C, okay, from the x-axis, which is ito. Ito yung axis, di ba? X-axis, then ito yung y-axis. So ito po, yan po yung tinatawag nating dy. And yung A po, yan po yung area nito. Area nitong rectangle na to. And for the iy naman, that is equal to iy bar. So kukunin natin yung centroidal moment of inertia about y plus a dx squared. Where yung dx naman is yung distance ng centroid nitong shape from dy axis. Okay? So ganyan. Okay po. So ano pa ba? Next, we have so ito yung general formula pagdating sa transfer moment of inertia. And itong formula na to, ginagamit lang to kapag unsymmetrical yung cross-section or shapes natin. Or irregular, ganun. Okay? Then, also ano pa yung mga derived formulas natin dito. So we have the polar moment of inertia. So once na nakuha natin yung moment of inertia, pwede natin makuha yung polar moment of inertia. J is equal to Ix plus Iy. Then last, we have the radius of gyration. So mga formula based lang naman to eh. So pagdating sa axis ng radius of gyration, that is equal to the square root ng moment of inertia about x over the area ng shape na yun. Okay? And for the radius of gyration about y naman, that is equal to the square root of the moment of inertia about y over a. Then, itong ko na to, squared is equal to kx squared plus ky squared lang din. Okay, at meron tayo dito mga sample properties, okay? Yung moment of inertia ng different shapes natin, pati na rin yung mga centroids niya. Okay, so meron yan sa handouts ninyo, so paki-refer na lang. Okay, and as I said, yung mga pinaka-common dito, yung rectangle, circle, right triangle, semicircle, and triangle. Okay? And mamaya ituturo ko din sa inyo yung shortcut kung paano tayo mag-solve ng centroid and moment of inertia using Caltech. Okay? Para mas mabilis yung pag-solve natin. Okay? So, ayan. So, let's try to solve some problems na. Ito na yun. So, ayan. For the plane area shown in the figure below, so, kung titingnan natin, meron tayong irregular or unsymmetrical na cross-section, di ba? So, ano ba to? So, ayan. Then, A, calculate the moment of inertia about the x-axis. B, the centroidal x-axis. So, kung titingnan natin, first step pagdating sa pag-compute natin ng centroid or the moment of inertia is i-analyze natin kung ano yung mga shapes na meron. So, gawin natin. So, ano yung mga available shape? So una, meron tayong rectangle, di ba? So yan. Pangalawa, ano pa yung mga available? Wait lang, gumalaw. Ano pa yung mga available shapes dito? So yung isa, tawag dito, rectangle. Then yung isa, we have the triangle. Ba? Ano pa ba? So next, we have the semicircle. Then last one, we have the circle. So total of four shapes pwede nating magamit. Then next, gawin natin, ano? So compute natin yung, so ito yung mga y and x-axis natin. So parang nasa first quadrant tayo, di ba? So next, gawin natin, kunin natin yung mga area nung shapes na yon. Okay? So unahin natin yung area nitong rectangle. Okay? So that is equal to, yan yung area 1 natin. That is equal to, ano ba? 100 times 45 yung radius nito. So therefore, yung isa is 45 din. So we have 90. Okay, ito 90 to. So we have 100 times 90 is equal to 9,000. Next, area 2. So ano yung area 2 natin? Sa ibang kulay naman. So yung area 2 natin is ito. Okay? So yung area 2 natin, that is equal to 1 half times yung base natin. We have 90 times the height, that is equal to 100. Ilan ba yan? So 0.5 times 90 times 100. So we have 4,500. Okay? The next, we have area 3. Ito, semicircle na to. Okay? So yung area 3 natin, so ano yung area ng semicircle? We have 1 half ng pi times yung radius natin. We have 45 squared. Okay? That is equal to ilan? So we have 3,180.86. Then last, we have the area 4. Itong kulay naman. That is equal to, ito. Yung circle na yan. Okay, that is equal to pi times yung radius niya, we have 20 squared. So we have 400 pi. Okay? So okay na tayo sa area. Next, ano? So kunin natin yung mga coordinates, yung mga centroids per shape. So inahin natin yung rectangle. So yung rectangle, nandito yung centroids niya. Diba? So from the x-axis, okay, we have x1. Ay, ito x1, di ba? So from the y-axis, x1. So yung x1 natin, that is equal to kalahati ng 90. Okay? 90 over 2. So that is equal to 45. Then yung y1 niya naman is ito. Diba? That is equal to kalahati ng 100. We have, ilan ba? So we have 50. Next, for the triangle naman, so we have ito, x2. Then ito yung y2. Right? So we have x2. That is equal to, kung check nyo dun sa table, di ba? Dun sa handouts ninyo. So that is equal to 1/3. Okay, so 1/3 ng base natin. That is equal to 90. So 90 divided by 3, we have 30. Then yung y2 naman, so yung y2 natin, that is equal to 1/3 ng 100. So we have 100 over 3. Then next, we have the A3. Okay? So ano yung centroid ng A3 natin, nitong semicircle? So ito, that is equal to, since symmetrical siya, so that is equal to ilan? So that is equal to kalahati lang ng 90, 45. Okay, so we have x3, 45. However, pagdating sa y3, so ito yung y3 niya. Okay, so ito yung x3, yan yung y3. Yung y3 natin, that is equal to 100 plus. Itong part na to, okay, yung part na yan, that is equal to 4r over 3 pi, where r is yung radius nitong semicircle natin. Okay, so that is equal to 100 plus, ito kasi 100 to, di ba? Okay, ito yung y3 natin. Plus 4 times 45 over 3 pi. Ilan ba yan? So 100 plus 4 times 45 over 3 pi. So we have 119.1. Okay, then last one for the circle. So ito yung x4 niya. Then yung y4 natin, ito rin. Okay? So yung x4 natin, that is equal to 45 lang din. Then yung y4 po natin, that is equal to 100. Okay? So okay na. Then kunin natin yung summation nung areas. That is equal to 9,000 plus 4,500 plus 3,180.86 plus 105. Okay, so we have 17,937.497. Okay, so ayan. So ang gagawin natin next, anong part ba to? So part A, part B muna pala. So madali yung part B. So para makuha yung x bar, okay? So gawin natin Varigno's theorem. So ax bar is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 plus a4 x4. Then substitute na lang yung mga values natin dyan. So yung area natin, 17,937.497 is equal to 9,000 times yung x1 natin, we have 45 plus 4,500 times 30 plus 3,180.86 times 45 plus 405 times 45. Okay, then solve for the x bar to. So we have x bar that is equal to ilan? So 9,000 times 45 plus 4,500 times 30 plus 3,180.86 times 45 plus 400 pi times 45. Okay, over 17,937.497. So tama ba yung nakuha natin? So we have x bar is equal to, ilan ba to? Okay, so may mali tayo dito. So kung titingnan niyo, ano? So kung titingnan niyo dito sa figure, di ba? Hindi siya solid shape. May mga butas tayo. Okay? So may mga butas tayo. So yung mga butas na yon, so ano yung mga butas natin? Una is yung triangle. Then yung pangalawa is yung circle. So yung mga butas natin, isusubtract natin yan. Okay? So instead of plus, okay, then ito, so isusubtract natin yan. Okay? So ayan, minus yung gamitin natin, subtraction doon sa mga butas na shapes. So you have 9,045. So same din dito. So yung A natin, so yung area natin magbabago kasi dapat subtract ito eh. Subtract, then subtract. Hindi natin ipag-add. Okay? So hindi 179 yung makukuha nating sagot dyan. That is equal to ilan ba? So 9,000 minus 4,500 plus 3,180.86 minus 405. So we have 6,424.22. Okay, so we have 6,424.22 x bar. Then solve for x bar, ilan ba yan? So 9,000 plus 45 minus 4,500 times 30 plus 3180.86 times 45 minus 400 pi times 45 over 6424.22. So we have 55.51 mm. Okay? So ito yung answer natin for part B. Okay? So for the y bar, same concept lang, same process lang, pero ang gagamitin natin, instead of x bar, y bar. Then itong x1, papalit na natin ng y1, y2, y3, and y4. Okay? So yan yung answer natin for part B. Pero what if kung Caltech yung gamitin natin? Okay? So kapag Caltech, same process, hindi siya same process kasi mas pinaikli. Okay? So ang gawin natin, yung process lang na pareho is yung pagkuha natin ng area 1, then yung mga x1 and y1 natin. Okay? So ang gawin natin, gawa tayo ng table kasi ang gagamitin niyo calculator, di ba? So sa calculator, gawin nyo mode. So solution to Caltech. So ang gawin nyo, use mode, then next, 3, stat, okay? Then next, press 3, then press 2, linear. Okay? Then, pag prines nyo yan, so may lalabas dyan, X and Y column, okay? And kailangan dapat may frequency pa. Okay? So, kapag may, para mapalabas yung frequency, ang gawin ninyo, so, gawin nyo, shift plus mode, okay? Then, sunod na gagawin nyo, is piliin nyo yung down button kasi wala pa yun dun, So, merong down button dyan. Okay? So, 1 to 8 yan, maths, line, deg, grad, fix, psi, and norm. Okay? Pero wala pa dyan. So, ang gawin nyo, press down button. Okay? Then, meron tayong anim dyan, AB over C, D over C, complex, stat, display, and contrast. Okay? So, ang piliin nyo, yung 4, stat. Okay? Then, may lalabas dyan na frequency. Okay? Yung frequency, then, press nyo yung on. Okay? Then, pag pinindot nyo yung on, lalabas na yung frequency na column. Okay? So, ayan. Next. Gawin natin, i-input natin yung mga values. Okay? For the area 1, area 2, saka area 3. Pero pa pala tayong area 4. Okay? Then, import natin yung mga values. So, yung x1 dito. So, we have 45. Okay, yung area 1 natin is a rectangle. Okay, and yung y1 natin is 50. Yung frequency po natin, ang nilalagay natin dyan is yung area. Okay, so we have 9,000. Then yung area 2 natin is yung triangle. So we have 30. Then yung y2 natin, we have 100 over 3. So we have yung area niya is negative for 500 kasi ibabawas natin yan later. Then yung area 3 natin, we have 45. Yung semicircle yan, no? Then yung isa is 119.1 for the Y3. Then yung area niya is 3180.86. Okay? Then for the area 4 naman, so yung x coordinate natin ng centroid, so we have 45. Then ito, 100. Then yung area niya is negative 400 pi kasi babawas natin yan. Butas yan eh, dun sa figure. Then okay na. Then once na na-input natin yan, dapat ito yung i-input ninyo sa calculator, So ganyan dapat yung paka-input nyo. So once na na-input ninyo, so input ko 45, 30, 45, 45. Then for the y column naman, so we have 50, 100 divided by 3, 119.1, 100. Then next we have 9,000, negative 4,500. 3,180.86, then negative 400 pi. Okay? Then press CA. Next, press CA. CA, then apps, then press 5 yung S bar. Okay, press 5. Then, pindutin nyo yung 2. Press 2, yung X bar. Okay, so yung X bar dyan, lalabas yan, press number 2, then press X bar natin, that is equal to 55.51. Okay, then repeat process lang, press CA ulit para sa Y bar. So apps, then press 5, then press Y bar, okay? So, itong symbol for the Y bar. So, yung Y bar naman natin, okay, that is equal to 86.11. Okay? So, nakuha na natin yung X bar. And ito yung hinahanap. Okay? So, same lang siya, no? So, pero mas padali yung solution 2 kasi nagka-caltech na tayo. Okay? Next, yung part A, calculate the moment of inertia about the x-axis. So, paano natin yan isolve? Kung titingnan natin, yung figure is unsymmetrical. So, therefore, gagamit tayo ng transfer moment of inertia pagdating dyan. Okay? So, ang gawin natin, so we have, ano formula natin for the, ay part A pala. So, we have Ix, that is equal to Ix bar plus AD squared. Okay? So, isa-isay natin yung Ix natin, centroidal, moment of inertia for the shapes muna. Okay? So, paano natin siya isosolve? Gawin muna natin yung long cut. Yung long cut natin. So, hindi muna tayo magkakaltek para makita ninyo yung difference. And kung in case may gusto sa inyo na maggamit doon, so pwede rin. So, Ix natin. So, for the rectangle muna. So, ano yung centroidal moment of inertia for the rectangle? So, we have base times height cube over 12. So, yung base natin dyan, saan na yun? So, ito, yung base natin is 90, then yung height natin is 100. Okay? So, we have 90 times 100 cube over 12. Okay? So, para ma-illustrate natin, paste ko tuloy dito. Yan. Tapos, ito. Lagay natin dito. So, ito yung centroid ng ano. So, 45 and 50. So, ito yung 45. So, nandito. Nandito yung centroid ng rectangle, di ba? And yung centroid na mismong shape, we have 55.51, then 86.11. So, sabihin natin na nandito yun. Okay, so nandito. Okay? So, ang gagawin natin, itong centroid na to, ita-transfer natin siya dito. Okay? So, that's why nagkakaroon tayo ng transfer moment of inertia. Itong AD squared. Okay? So, ang gawin natin, plus yung area niya. So, we have 9,000. Okay? Yung AD, Y yan. Okay? So, yung Y yung gamitin natin. So, yan yung difference ng 50 and 86.11. Okay? So, we have 86.11 minus 50 squared. Okay? Kasi dy. Okay? Ito yan. Okay? So, yan yan. Okay po. The next, sa ano naman tayo? Area 2. So, yung area 2 natin, magsusubtract tayo. So, negative yan. So, ito triangle, ito ano. So, ito yun. Ito yung centroid ng triangle natin. Okay? Since ito yung ano, itatransfer natin siya dito. Okay? Yung centroid natin. So we have this dy. Diba? So yan yung dy natin. Yung dimensions niya. Right? So copy natin. Yung base natin, that is equal to 90 times the height. We have 100 cube over 36. Okay? Then, minus yung area niya, we have 4,500 times yung dy squared niya. Yung dy squared natin, that is equal to 86.11 minus 100 over 3. Okay? So, yung 100 over 3, that is equal to ilan ba? So, 33.33. Okay? Then, plus, we have semicircle. So, ano yung ano ng semicircle? Ah, tawag dito, yung centroidal moment of inertia. That is equal to 0.11 times the radius raised to 4. So 0.11 times 45 raised to 4. Then plus yung ano, area niya, we have 3180.86 times yung dy niya. So ito yung centroid. Kung ito yung centroid niya, so ito yung dy natin. That is equal to, mas mataas ito, di ba? So we have 119.1 minus 86.11 squared. Okay, last one, subtract yung circle, we have yung radius niya, pi times 20, fourth over 4, minus yung transfer moment niya. So we have 400 pi times yung dy natin. So ito yung sentro niya. So ito yung dy naman for the circle. Dy natin, that is equal to 100 minus 86.11 squared. Okay, then solve for the ix. That is equal to ilan? So we have 7.74 times 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4. Okay? So ayan. Pero paano kung Caltech yung gagamitin natin? So kapag Caltech, so same process lang dito, ano? So ito yung input yung table. Okay? Then, ang gagawin nyo, ano? So press CA, apps. So, okay. So dito. Once na na-input ninyo yung table, press CA, then apps. Okay, then, paano ba yan? 5, 3, 2, CA apps, then 5 S bar, then press 5, then meron dyan dalawa. Okay, so yung 1, may lalabas dyan yung 1N, saka yung 3, X sigma N. Then sa number 6, we have Y sigma N. And yan po yung ginagamit natin sa transfer moment of inertia. Okay, so ang dapat ma-input ninyo sa calculator, okay, for ADX squared. So dapat, ito yung ma-input nyo. Okay? Okay, and for the ADY squared naman, we have N Y sigma N squared. Okay? So ayan, ito, makakompute lang namin yung, lang naman, or yung mga Caltech lang natin dyan is yung transfer moment of inertia. Pero pagdating sa centroidal moment of inertia, so manual computation tayo. So dapat sa ulado nyo yung formulas natin for the centroidal moment of inertia. So kapag ito, input natin, kasi yan yung ginagamit for the moment of inertia about y-axis. So ito, that is equal to ilan? So may values yan, that is equal to 2.42. Okay, then for the ix, Next, solve natin yung Ix natin. So that is equal to, for the rectangle, then for the triangle, subtract. Then for the semicircle, then for the circle. So we have pi. Okay, so ilan ba yung values niyan? So we have 90 times 100 cube over 12 minus 90 times 100 cube over 36 plus 0.11 times 45 raised to 4 minus pi times 24 over 4. So we have 5.32 or 5.33. Then ipag-add natin yan. So yung Ix natin, that is equal to Ix bar plus yung ny sigma n squared. Kasi ito, yan na yung ADY squared. Okay? That is equal to ilan? Ito, saka ito, plus 2.42 times 10 raised to 6. We have 7.74. Okay? So, same lang yung makukuha nating answer dyan. Okay, so gets nyo na paano magkuha ng, ano, ng transfer moment of inertia. Okay, so same lang yan. Okay, so madali lang, di ba? Next, problem 13. So, kailangan lang is pwedeng sa ulado nyo yung Caltech, ano, or yung principles natin behind nung first moment and second moment of area. Okay, next, pan natin sa baba. So, ito. So, 13, determine the polar moment of inertia and the radius of gyration of the rectangle shown with respect to A, longer side, then part B, shorter side. So, ano yung mga formulas natin? For the polar moment of inertia, that is equal to Ix plus Iy. Then, yung radius of gyration naman natin, so Kx, that is equal to square root of Ix over A. Then, for the Ky naman, that is equal to square root of Iy over A. So, kailangan natin ng moment of inertia about x and y. So, paano yan? Gawin natin. Ano? So, manual tayo dito para mahasa tayo. So, compute muna natin yung area. So, yung area natin, that is equal to 2a times a. That is equal to 2a cube. Ano pa? So, for the ix, centroidal, that is equal to bh cube. So, ito yung h. Ito yung b. Okay, so we have bh cube over 12. That is equal to, base natin, 2a times a cube over 12, that is equal to 2a raised to 4 over 12 or a4 raised to 6. Then for the iy naman, that is equal to hb cube over 12, that is equal to a times 2a cube over 12, that is equal to 8a4 over 12 or 2/3 ng a4 natin. Ay, a cube pala to, sorry. So ito, a cube. 2a cube over 3. Okay? So, meron tayong Ix, Iy. So, for J naman, so we have that is equal to, ano ba to? So, we have A4 over 6 plus 2A cube over 3. So, simplify natin. A4 plus, ilan ba to? So, magiging 6, 2 times 2. So, we have 4A cube over 6. So, yan yung answer natin for the polar moment of inertia. How about sa radius of gyration? So, for the longer side, okay, yung longer side is ito. which is yung x natin. Okay, so we have kx is equal to ix over a. That is equal to ix natin, a4 over 6 over 2a cubed. That is equal to ilan? 2a squared ba? Ay, 2a squared pala to, yung area, mali. So, 2a squared ito. Okay? So, we have squared, then ito squared. So, we have a squared over 12. And yan yung answer natin sa part A. Then sa part B naman, so we have ky is equal to square root of moment of inertia about y over the area. So, substitute natin yung iy natin to a cubed over 3 divided by 2a squared. So, that is equal to a over 3. Okay, and dyan yung answer natin for problem 13. So, madali lang yung problem 13 natin. Okay? So, yeah, next. Problem 14 naman. Okay. So, sa problem 14, determine the moment of inertia and the radius of gyration of the shaded area with respect to the x and y axis. So, kung titingnan natin, meron tayo ditong ah, symmetrical, symmetrical shape. So, symmetrical siya. Check natin. Okay? So, ayan. So, para mabilis yung pag-solve natin, pwede natin siyang hatiin into smaller. Okay, smaller but simpler na polygons. Okay, or shapes. So, pwede tayong makagawa ng tatlong rectangle dito. So, hatiin natin dito. So, yan. So, meron tayong isang isang rectangle. Okay, then meron tayong pangalawang rectangle din dito. Then, yung huling rectangle natin is ito. Okay? So, gawa tayo. So, ito yung area 1. Ito yung centroid niya. Okay? Ito yung centroid ng area 1. Okay? Ito yung area 1. Sa baba yung area 2. Ito yung centroid ng area 2. Then, ito yung area 3. Okay, next. Shortcut na lang tayo. Gawin natin. Compute natin yung centroid using Caltech. So, we have x, y, then yung frequency, which is yung area. Okay? So, for the area 1, ano yung x natin? So, ito yung positive y. Ito yung positive x. Okay? So, analyze natin. So, for the area 1, so ito yung x1 natin. That is equal to, so 90, 45 kalahati minus 5, that is equal to 40. Pero, since to the left siya, so therefore negative ito. Okay? Kasi ito yung negative x. Okay? Ito yung origin natin. Okay? So, y naman, so pataas siya, that is equal to 50 minus 5, bawasan natin ito. Okay, yung kalahati ng 50, 25 minus ito, that is equal to 20. Okay, minus 5. Then yung area niya, that is equal to 10 times 50. 10 times 50. Okay? So, sana hindi kayo malito dyan, ano? Next, for the area 2, yung gitna. So, yung x natin, so nandito yan, 0. Then yung y, centroid niya, 0 din. Then yung frequency or area natin, that is equal to 90 minus dalawang 10. Minus dalawang 10. We have 70. 70 times yung thickness niya, that is equal to 10. Then for the area 3, So, yung x natin, so ito yung x2, x3 natin, that is equal to 45 minus 5. So, 40. So, to the positive x siya. So, therefore, positive. Then, yung y natin, bumaba. Okay? Ito yung y. Y3 natin. That is equal to kalahati ng 50, 25. Then, bawas nito. So, ito kasi 5 yan. Okay? So, we have negative 20. Then, yung area natin, 10 times 50. Okay? Then, gawin natin, solve for X bar and Y bar. So, same process lang. Press CA, apps, S bar, then yung X bar and Y bar. Then yung lalabas natin dyan, 0. Okay? Then next, gawin natin. Okay? So, compute natin. Same lang yung process. So, wait, mali yung pakalagay ko. So, gawin natin, kunin natin yung N, X sigma N squared, then yung N, Y sigma N squared. So, ito yung AD X squared, then ito yung AD Y squared. Okay? So, we have ilan? So, yung ADX squared natin, pa-check kung tama, we have 1.6 times 10 raised to, ano ba to? So, input ko nga, mode 3 linear sa x, negative 40, 0, 40, then 20, 0, negative 20. Then for the area, so we have 10 times 50, 70 times 10, then 10 times 50. Plus CA apps, S bar, and times, ano ba? Okay, okay, so we have 1.6 times 10 raised to 6 dito. Then dito naman, so we have 400 times 10 raised to 3. Okay? Next, gawin natin, compute natin yung Ix bar that is equal to. So inahin natin yung area 1. So we have 10 times 50 cube over 12 plus, yan ba to? So we have 70 times 10 cube over 12 plus, ano pa? So we have 10 times 50 cube over 12. Ilan ba yan? Then for the IY naman, baliktad na. Ilan ba to? So we have 10 times 50 cube over 12 plus 70 times 10 cube over 12 plus 10 times 50 cube over 12. So we have 214.167. Okay, times 10 raised to 3. Then for the IY naman, 50 times 10 cube over 12 plus 10 times 70 cube over 12 plus 50 times 10 cube over 12. So we have 294.167 times 10 raised to 3. So therefore, yung ano natin, Ix natin, that is equal to Ix bar plus N Y sigma N squared. That is equal to ilan? So 400 times 10 raised to 3 plus 214.167 times 10 raised to 3. So we have, tama ba? 614.167. So wait lang, check natin. Baka may mali tayo dito. So ayan. Ayan. Ano? So we have Ix. Ilan ba to? Add natin itong dalawa. Ito. Hindi. Bali yan. Ayun, tama. Ito saka to. Okay? That is equal to ilan? We have 614.16 is 7 times 10 raised to 3. Okay? Then for the IY naman, is equal to IY bar plus N x sigma N squared. That is equal to ilan? So we have 1.6 times 10 raised to 6 plus 294.167 times 10 raised to 3. So we have 1.89. So tama ba yung ano natin? 10 times 50, 70 times 10, then 10 times 50 cube over 12. Okay, tama naman, di ba? So, okay, tama. Then next step. So, nakuha na natin yung ano, part ano ba to? Okay. So, yung part A, kuha na rin natin. So, ito yun. Okay, next, radius of variation. So, we have kx that is equal to ix over A. So, yung total area natin, ipag-add na lang natin ito. So, yung total area natin that is equal to 1,700. Okay? So, dito, 614.167 times 10 raised to 3 over 1,700. Ilan ba yan? So we have 614.67 times 10 raised to 3 over 1,700. So we have 19 mm. Okay? So ito, mm raised to 4 yan. Okay? Then for the ky naman, that is equal to iy over a. That is equal to 1.89 times 10 raised to 6 over 1,700. We have ilan? So we have 33.34. Okay, so that's it. Nakuha na natin. And dito nagtatapos yung lecture natin for engineering mechanics. So I hope marami kayong natutunan guys. Ano? Then kindly solve na lang yung tawag dito, yung mga problem sets natin. Practice problems sa engineering mechanics 2. Okay, then I'll send na lang yung solution keys natin doon. Okay, thank you sa pakikinig. And ayun, enjoy solving. So good luck. Good luck sa mga handouts ninyo. So I hope din marami kayong natutunan. Ano? The next lectures natin, so strength of materials na. Okay?